Hello everyone, this is Momita, and from my last day's video, some of you have actually asked me to share my PhD journey with you or about how I got into PhD with a fellowship. So without any further delay, let's get going. So my journey starts from 2023 because prior to that I was preparing for NEET till 2021. As it was a partial drop, I didn't focus on the subject, that is my major subject microbiology. So it took the whole 2022 to clear all the basics of molecular biology, biochemistry and come to a position after which I was able to score a good amount of CGPA in end semester. But till then my classmates got admitted into programs or coachings which offer coaching for competitives like JAM, CUVT, basically GAT-B, basically the competitives which allow the graduate students to sit. So I was totally unaware of this situation that you have these exams like JAM happens, GATE happens, CUVT happens, GAT-B happens. I didn't know any of this stuff because I was not invested in this, and it was a late start for me. So when after I scored a good CGPA in my bachelor's, I was able to get into any college from Calcutta, but I chose to study in a government aided university. So when I talked to my professors and seniors, all of them told me, or all of them actually made me feel about the relevance of a master's after a bachelor's, because according to them, without a master's in microbiology or biotechnology, you are a nothing in academia or industry. So basically, to get into the industry also, you have to get into master's. So they all taught me this, and I got admitted into a government university after my bachelor's. So in that university only, that is in 2023, and the professor was a very nice human being, and he inculcated this thought in the mind of students that without clearing any national level competitive exams, you will not be able to filter yourself out from the massive competition that you are going to face after doing masters. So generally he was the source of my motivation regarding my CSR net preparation from my first semester of masters itself. So when I used to do his class, he started showing us some CSR net level questions, gate level questions in the slides that he used to teach in the class itself. So we or some of the students who were actually good in interpretation would could be able to solve that, because he just teaches a topic and he like brings up some questions from PYQs from CSIR net or DBT or GATE into his slides, and that session becomes very interactive or interesting, right? So when I was getting able to answer those questions, he confidently told me that you will be able to do something in life if you start preparing from now only. So I got very motivated in that speech, because before that nobody ever told me this. And during my NEET preparation also, I have seen two massive failures, and that motivation was the thing I needed after that kind of disparity. So I started preparing for CSIR NET 6 months later, like from the second semester, from the start of the second semester, that is January 2024, I started preparing. Because before that I studied the biochemistry and the molecular biology. So I prepared these two units pretty hard, because these were already in my first semester exam also, and I prepared them according to the CSIR net level by watching YouTube lectures or videos and started practicing some question. In the meanwhile, I have purchased the entire Pathfinder textbook series for CSIR net GATE preparation in the 6 months, the first 6 months, that is in the first semester. So I have started studying those units from those books, also the reference books that the professors suggest, and started practicing questions from the unit test book. So these two units were pretty much covered up while I was in 6 months. Then after that, in January 2024, I joined a offline physical coaching under that professor only, because in Calcutta generally he gives a coaching. Now in that coaching also he started teaching concepts of ecology, developmental biology, and those were really interesting stuff. Ecology, evolution, developmental biology, then some plant physiology as well. So within 6 months, my like uh, 8 to 9 units were covered, almost covered. And genetics was in the third semester, so I have already started preparing genetics for the upcoming semester as well. So that sums up to 8 to 9 units I have roughly covered, which was uh, at part, which was a good preparation. So with those preparation only, I have appeared for CSI Net June 2024. That was postponed till July 30 something, I guess. So it was taken in July 31st or something. So yeah, that was postponed. And the genetics question was pretty easy in my first shift, so I was able to solve all the genetics questions that were there, because those were very easy, like heterozygous, homozygous things, or like basic stuff came from genetics. Or from ecology, diversity, evolution, many of the problems came which I practiced earlier using my CSRNet pre-YQs or the class mock test that I was having after classes. So that attempt went pretty well for a first attempt. Okay, so basically I was not serious that I will able to clear that or not, but fortunately I was able to clear CSIR net July 2024 with a good rank, but in the lecturership category. So for because I was not going to get into PhD without a fellowship, so I started thinking of preparing for CSIR net again in December. So yeah, but it was in my back of the mind that I would appear for interviews which allows lecturership candidates to sit, and I will be applying for the institute fellowship positions as well. But if I was pretty sure that I will not be able to clear them, right? So I had in the back of the mind, I had started thinking that I'll start preparing for GRF as well. So in my third semester, everything becomes so haphazard, because in that time only the gate exam also came, and the December 2024 attempt came after gate, that is in February. So everything was pretty postponed, and the schedule went very, like, the schedule messed up situation was there, and I appeared in gate with proper preparation, and I scored pretty well in GATE Excel and GATE BT, GATE Excel being my stronger point. So I scored pretty well in that. So I was confident that I am getting shortlisted into different IITs for interview process. And I was also badly wanting a GRF position also, but again in December 2024 also I couldn't prepare well because of GATE exam that was previously there, because I was focusing on GATE more rather than NET. So in the meanwhile, IIT's application, IIT application portal opened, and it closed pretty early, like in March 29 only the PhD application portal closed, and till then my GATE scorecard was not released. So I applied through the NET lecturership category only, and I got shortlisted in all the 3 departments I applied for. So basically IITs generally allow you to apply into multiple departments from a single application, and you have to generally pay the application fee only once or twice according to different norms of IITs, because these are autonomous bodies, right? So when I was getting shortlisted, the shortlist mail came, and then after that my GATE scorecard also got released, and I got a pretty good score. So after using that score only, I got shortlisted into all the IDs I applied for. So I started generally kept my focus on appearing for interviews rather than in CSIR, NET, GRF or GATE, because if I am able to crack these interviews only, I am going to get a fellowship amount, right, and which is equal fellowship. So I went to IIT Kanpur and I got shortlisted till the second round, but after the second round I was not selected. Now after IIT Kanpur only there was a gap of 1 day. After that I returned and again went to IIT Kharagpur, where I finally got selected after a written and 1 to 2 rounds of interview in the bioscience and biotechnology department. So I stopped appearing for other, because I was pretty confident after giving interview that I'll be selected in IIT KGP as well. So I have stopped appearing for other interviews. So that I'll make a separate video on regarding how you get selected and how are the interviews being held, what are the questions being asked, and what are the processes of getting into IIT KGP as a PhD student. So that I will make a separate video if you ask me, but till then I am going to give you people some tips who are studying masters. My first tip would be prepare beforehand, because usually after a person sits at home after masters, the hang of education, the hang of knowledge gets decreased, or the efficacy decreases, right? And you will also be studying all the subjects or chapters that are present in CSIR NET syllabus in the semester as well. So you prepare your semester exams in like contrast to the CSIR NET preparation. Like just study the CSIR NET syllabus only, prepare the semester exams according to the CSIR NET syllabus. So you will be able to score both in semesters and both in CSIR NET as well. Okay, so this was my first tip. My second and most important tip would be, when you are in the master's degree, keep a track on every institutes and their application portal. Okay, what I am telling is, when let's say you have got admitted into the masters in a specific year, and after that you are getting a whole year, like the second and the third semester in the middle. So in that whole academic year, you keep a track on when and portal for PhD opens, or a portal for MTech opens for different IITs, different central universities, which are the universities that offer institute fellowships. If anything goes wrong, many people after like MSc cannot clear CSI GRF yet. So if they have a vote, what are the cutoffs for various GATE scores? Because recently I have seen that in different IITs they set a GATE score cutoff, not about the GATE rank but the GATE score. So you need to prepare according to that and start like noticing the different portals of IIT central universities, or the universities that you will be applying to, and they note their application deadline beforehand, because after that, after you finish your masters, everything will be in such a hurry mode, so some things may get missed out. Okay, then after the second semester only, basically it's best if you start preparing and clear your CSIR NET within the second or third semester only, because after that many students have dissertation in the final semester, and the dissertation is a strenuous job where you have to be invested in actual research and writing. So preparing CSIR, juggling CSIR NET preparation with dissertation is a pretty challenging task, I would say. So like prepare at such a level that you can clear the CSIR NET within third semester, that is the December attempt only. You don't have to go to the final semester. So while you are in MSc, leaving the first semester also, you are having 2 attempts, and in these 2 attempts if you study well also, you can actually clear at least in the lecturership category. Okay, so then you will be eligible to apply in different IITs, different central universities that do offer institutional fellowships. So consider thinking that. So that would be my third tip, that keep everything within the first 3 semesters only, and maximum within the initial phases of the fourth semester, not till the end of the fourth semester, right? So after that, one thing I would suggest, that is the fourth tip, is keep revising the things even if after you clear CSIR or GATE. So that questions will only be asked in the interview panel. In all the interviews I have appeared, the professors there have asked me about my strengths, like 3 subjects that are my strengths, and I can blindfoldedly answer any questions if asked from them. So you need to have your strength subjects also. So you need to prepare some subjects very diligently, so that in interviews only you will appear for that subjects only, and when asked about that subject you can never go wrong. So that is the thing that are being tested at the interviews. There are no rocket science that are being asked in the interview panel. For me it was pretty simple in all the IITs, but it was some conceptual mistakes that I had, and I rectified that in my second attempt, and in IIT KGP, and I cleared that interview. So I'll be definitely making a separate video on how my interview went, and what were the questions being asked on the interview, how was the environment, what was the process that I have discussed just earlier. So till then this video has become already so long. So these were my 4 tips. Keep these things in mind, and if any guidance is required, feel free to reach me out in the comment section. Till then, bye bye.